Unshakable Mindset 5. Stoic Habits to never get angry again. Stoic Bloom. What if no one could make you angry ever again? Not your boss, not your partner, not the loud guy in traffic. Imagine that kind of power, not over them, but over yourself. What if insults weren't personal, but neutral information until you chose to believe otherwise? The Stoics believed no one offends you without your permission. And when you take that permission back, peace returns. In this video, you'll discover 5 powerful Stoic habits that will help you become emotionally untouchable, no matter what life or people throw your way. Let's start with the first and most underrated superpower, reframing the insult. Part 1. Reframe the insult. The power of perception. You're walking down the street. Someone says something rude. Your first instinct? Anger. But pause. What if that insult wasn't about you, but about them? Seneca once wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." And most of the pain from an insult doesn't come from the words. It comes from the meaning you assign to them. Here's the Stoic approach. Separate the event from your interpretation. Someone says you're lazy. Fact, they said words. Interpretation, you take it personally, attach it to your worth, and feel attacked. But what if you responded like this? Interesting. Why does their opinion define me today? Suddenly, their comment has no anchor. It floats away. You remain grounded. The Stoic doesn't give strangers keys to his emotional house. He reframes the moment, questions the narrative, and protects his peace, not with aggression, but with clarity. If you've ever wanted to respond to an insult with a smirk instead of a scream, this habit is your shield. Share this video with someone who takes everything personally. Subscribe to Stoic Bloom if you're building emotional armor with ancient wisdom, not modern outrage. And drop a comment below. What's the last insult you turned into insight? Stoic Bloom. Don't react. Reframe. Rise. Part 2. Control what you can. Let the rest go. Not everything deserves your energy. And yet, most people waste their peace on things they never controlled in the first place. Epictetus taught, some things are in our control and some are not. It sounds simple until you try to live it. You can't control how someone talks to you. You can't control their tone, their past, their trauma, but you can control whether you absorb it, whether you mirror it, whether you let it live inside you. The Stoic draws a line. My mindset, mine. Their mood, theirs. My response, mine. Their opinion, still theirs. This mindset isn't passive, it's liberating. Because the more you try to manage what isn't yours, the more powerless you feel. But the moment you return your attention inward to what you can influence, you regain agency. Next time someone's behavior rattles you, ask, is this my responsibility or just my reaction? And then choose. Choose presence over panic. Choose stillness over spirals. Because power isn't found in controlling others. It's found in controlling how deeply they can affect you. Stoic Bloom. Your response is your realm. Guard it well. Part 3. Practice negative visualization. Expect the rude. Most people are caught off guard when someone's rude or disrespectful. The Stoic, he plans for it. Marcus Aurelius used to wake up and say, "Today I will meet people who are meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly." Not because he was pessimistic, but because he was prepared. This technique is called negative visualization. It's not about being gloomy. It's about building emotional armor before you walk into the battle. If you expect everyone to be kind, thoughtful, and reasonable, You're setting yourself up to be angry daily. But if you expect some friction, you won't be shocked by it. You'll be ready. Try this before starting your day. Today I might be ignored, misunderstood, or disrespected, but I will choose how I respond before it happens. Suddenly their behavior doesn't catch you off guard. It confirms what you already prepared for. And when you've already made peace with the fire, you don't burn when it arrives. If your mornings usually begin with hope and end in frustration, maybe you're not negative. You're just unprepared. Share this video with someone who still believes the world owes them courtesy. Subscribe to Stoic Bloom for weekly reminders that emotional stability is a strategy, not a personality trait. And comment below, what's one daily annoyance you're ready to expect and master? Stoic Bloom, predict the friction, protect your peace, Part 4. Respond with indifference. Remove the fuel. An insult is like a spark. It only becomes fire if you feed it. The Stoics understood this deeply. When someone lashes out at you, the moment you react with emotion, you've already lost your peace. You've handed them control. But if you respond with indifference, not coldness, but discipline, the fire dies. Just like a flame needs oxygen to keep burning, hostility needs attention to stay alive. You've seen this in action. Someone throws a sarcastic jab at you in a meeting. You look at them, say nothing, and return to your notes. Suddenly they feel powerless. Not because you won, but because you didn't play. To the Stoic, this isn't weakness, it's strength in its purest form. The ability to withhold reaction is a sign of maturity, of self-respect. You're not obligated to react to everything you notice, and not everything deserves a response, especially things designed to pull you off center. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing. Stoic Bloom. Let silence say what anger never could. Part 5, strengthen your mind daily. It's a muscle. Remaining calm in chaos isn't a gift. It's a trained response. You don't become unshakable by accident. You become unshakable by practice, the kind that happens in quiet moments before the storm arrives. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. And nothing wastes more time than emotional reactivity, arguing over words, boiling over small slights, ruminating for hours." The Stoic doesn't wait for peace to find him. He builds it, brick by brick, habit by habit. Here's how. Start the day with stillness, journaling, meditation, or one clear intention. End the day with reflection. What tested you? What tempted you to react? What did you learn? Track emotional triggers like a scientist, not a victim. Each repetition builds your mental muscle. Each pause you master becomes part of your foundation. And soon calm become your default, not your effort. If you've ever thought, "I wish I didn't get so easily triggered," you don't need a miracle, you need a method. Share this video with someone whose buttons get pushed daily. Subscribe to Stoic Bloom for weekly tools to help you build mental strength that lasts longer than your willpower. Drop a comment. What's one daily practice that helps you stay grounded even when tested? Stoic Bloom. You don't rise in the fire, you train before it. Part 6, final reflection and call to action. Anger is not power, peace is, because anyone can explode. But few can remain unmoved and fully aware in the face of provocation. The Stoics didn't aim to erase emotions. They aimed to understand them, to slow them down, to redirect them towards strength, and most of all, to protect their clarity when the world tried to pull them into chaos. That's your task now. Not to become numb, but to become discerning. Not to react out of ego, but to respond out of wisdom. not to suppress the fire, but to master how and when it burns. Enduring Stoic message. You don't control what others do, but you always control the meaning you assign and the energy you return. And once you master that, no one can truly make you angry again. If this message brought you even one breath of clarity, take the next step with us. Subscribe to Stoic Bloom for weekly practices in emotional mastery, calm thinking, and real-world stoicism. Share this video with someone who's constantly triggered, but secretly craving peace, like if you've ever walked away instead of reacting. Comment below. What's the one trigger you're learning to master, and how? This channel isn't for perfect people. It's for those training daily to master themselves instead of trying to fix the world. Stoic Bloom, stillness is strength. Train it here.